Start recording. Hi students, this today is the makeup class for projects. Let's go back to the beginning here. And so by next class, I want you as a team to prepare something for me to tell me about what you've decided and the ideas you have for your project. So I want the ideas given to me before next class. And what we'll do is, well, first of all, please make sure you participate in this class. Make sure as a team you're participating and contacting your teammates about all the decisions you've made about this, okay? And also don't forget we've still got the tests coming up, midterms and finals, so make sure you're ready for those. And this link is in the description below. This link is the project work link. There's also a link to this PPT in the description below the video on YouTube, okay? So if you can't access these things, let me know. So first of all, we're going to look at the first project choice. Option number 1 is review of a film, book, news article, cultural aspect, or product, okay, that is connected to your major, but it doesn't need to be connected to the major, okay, because it will be too difficult to get connected to the major because you may all be from different majors. But here's a couple of things you need to do today. First of all, there's a brainstorming activity. You need to discuss the topic that is connected to your major in small groups. As I said, it doesn't need to be connected to your major, but you can just choose and discuss a topic that you would like to do. Please make sure the topic is academic in some way, okay? And then I've asked for an oral summary of what you intend to review to your group and professor. You can give me either an oral or written summary, okay? But you need to outline what you will do, okay? And you can choose either an audio file for me or, if that's too hard, a kind of script, all right? But everyone needs to participate in this. Everyone needs to participate in the oral presentation, okay? So let's go back to the PPT. And the first activity is talk to your team about whether to choose a movie, a news article, a product, or a cultural aspect. It doesn't need to be related to your major, but if you choose a movie, I think making it more sophisticated and academical would be better. So for example, if I was to choose between Iron Man and The Imitation Game, which is a true story about Alan Turing, which one would I choose? Which one is more academic? I think some of you would agree that Imitation Game is more academic because it's based on science and mathematics and coding and computer science, okay? So that's my opinion. I hope that you agree with me. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So here is an activity for you, and I'll give you 5 minutes to do this. All right. What if we choose a news article? So look on a news website and think about one of the sections that might be more interesting for all of you to do. So here in this website, you can see on the left here a number of sections, okay, and rank these BBC sections from most to least interesting. Compare with your other team members and come to a decision about which one is the best. Why do you think the one you chose is the best? So I've put here a list of 7 choices. Which ones do you think are the most interesting, and write beside them which ones, why you think they are the most interesting or the least interesting. Okay, so I will give you about 5 minutes for this activity. I'm going to start the timer now and try to answer that. So the choices are coronavirus, technology, business, science, entertainment and arts, health, or stories. Which one would be the most interesting and why? Okay, let's go to option 2. Option 2 is a brochure. Let's go to the brochure. Brochure. Create a brochure for an organization, a company that sells a product or service, or anything relevant to your major. I'm going to say any major, okay? Because I think if we connect it to your major, it may not, well, there may be too many of you from different majors, as I've mentioned before. So choose or create a company or organization that is connected to, I'm going to change that to any major, okay? As long as it's academic, for me, that's fine. And again, this one too, I really would recommend you send me something before next lesson. Present your ideas for the brochure to me in your groups. So that would be, I think, a video, or if you've written it and you'd rather do a written text, talk to me about that, or an audio file, that's fine too. So you're going to be making a brochure. There are lots of different types of ideas online about brochures, but really you need to think about the kind of organization or company or product or service that you would like to do first. So let's look at this activity. What types of products and services can you think of? Mine map different electrical products that are all the rage today. Write about 12 individually. Rank them according to the most to the least interesting. For example, webcams, iPads, and then compare with your team. I think you could use Jamboard for this. Anyway, this is like a brainstorming activity that you could do alone first, then compare with your team. So I'll give you around about 5 minutes for this activity, okay? And see you in about 5 minutes. Okay, so let's talk about what types of services you might choose if you were doing this one. What kinds of jobs are there in the leisure and hospitality sector, the financial services, media and communication, public health and medical services? List four, make four lists with about 5 jobs in each. So you're trying to think about what would you put in the brochure, what kinds of services would there be in these sectors. For example, in the leisure sector, it might be something related to hotels, okay? In the financial services sector, it could be related to pensions or life assurance or banking. Then media and communication could be connected to making advertisements, and public health and services like that could be related to plastic surgery in Korea or something. So I'll give you about 5 minutes to do this. Please also compare with your team too. See you soon. Okay. What do you notice about the features of these brochures? You can look at these brochures. You can also look at other brochures. Um, Look at some brochures online. Make a list of 10 things that make a good brochure. What would you like to put in your brochure? Why? Compare with your team. So I'll give you about 5 minutes for this. Just think about the features of a brochure. See you soon. Okay, let's move on to option 3. Option 3 is a wiki blog or a group journal. So it's to do with journals, blogs, or wikis. And I guess you all know what a wiki is. A wiki is a Wikipedia post. Okay. And so, first of all, do you want to create a website which highlights an interesting part relating to any major? Again, we're going to do any major because maybe you're all from different majors, right? So choose or create a blog or a wiki or a journal that is connected to any major. Okay. And what you need to do when you present to me what you're doing, present your ideas for the website. Okay, either through a video or through written text or audio. So first of all, what blogs have you read recently? So read these questions and answer these. Okay. What blogs have you read recently? What types of interesting topics do blogs have? If someone is writing a travel blog, what would they write about? So make a list there, okay? Choose a few countries and write 5 or 6 things a travel blogger could talk about from that country. What other types of blogs would be interesting? For example, electronics or movies. Think of 5 that would be the most interesting to read for you, and then compare with your team. I'll give you 5 minutes for this. See you soon. So this is about Wikipedia. Have you read any Wikipedia articles recently? What do you think of Wikipedia? What are the pros and cons of Wikipedia articles? How does Wikipedia compare with Encyclopedia Britannica? Okay, and there's a photo of Encyclopedia Britannica there. So I'll give you 5 minutes to answer these questions. Think about, by the way, if you go to Wikipedia now, maybe you can see what kinds of sections you would expect in a Wikipedia entry. So maybe you want to look up something and have a look at that. And there's also a website for Britannica. You could look at that too. I think it's, I could put the links in the links below for those two. Okay. Option 4, an ABC of an encyclopedia. Okay. So, again, guys, make sure whatever option you choose, please let me know. Let me know all the details, okay? So let's have a look at the last, uh, the next one. In fact, what we forgot to do is look at number 4. Yeah, here we go. Look at number 4. Number 4. Define and categorize elements within a larger set. For example, the whole class covers A to Z of Dongguk University. Possibly that's one approach. It's like an encyclopedia of some kind. And so this is, yeah, I think this is quite like an encyclopedia. And once you've chosen the letters you're going to do, make some articles about that, okay? Not that, in my opinion, not the best choice, but you can choose that, okay? Now, let's go back to the PPT. Make a short encyclopedia of Dongguk. So that's what you are going to do. Can you think of some things you could put in a Dongguk encyclopedia? I've spelt that wrong, haven't I? Let's see if I can change that. Ooh. Go back again, sorry. Oh, how do I... Yeah, anyway, there's an encyclopedia about Dongguk. So I've added some in here. You got A, B. I've not put something in A yet. B is I put Buddha because it's a Buddhist school. C, I've put cats about campus because there are cats everywhere here. E, I've put elephants because there are elephants at Dongguk. Yeah, and H, I've put Hehua building. That's the building that I work from usually. So I will give you 5 minutes to think about that. Write a few things, write a few details about one of them. Why did you choose those letters? Just tell me why. So I chose Buddha because it's a Buddhist school. I chose cats because there are a lot of cats around. Okay, and so I'll give you 5 minutes for this activity. Okay, and see you in about 5 minutes. Okay, I think we've run out of time, but I have missed one of the topics, which is problem solution. And let's quickly talk about that and then we'll finish, okay? So, problem solution is the last topic and maybe the one you want to choose. Oops, what have I done? Okay, have I done something weird here? Yeah. Okay, find a problem. Yeah. Find a problem or issue that relates to any of your majors or any major and write a solution to this problem. Discuss any current problems, issues that are related to your major or any major. I'll change that to any major. Okay. And then you need to give me an oral summary of the problem, and you can do that via video, audio, or just a script. Anyway, so that's the end of the class today. If you can let me know as soon as possible what you have decided to do. So thank you for coming. See you soon. Bye.